Hello, it's Finn and Tom here for chapter 18 of D-Day Dog. Are you ready, Finn? Good. Jack had never been abroad before, so when the coach rolled off the ferry the next afternoon, he sat up tall to see what another country might look like. I saw that. Everything that caught his eye looked weird. French words on the sides of trucks, funny number plates on cars, long lines of tall trees on either side of some of the roads. Then the buildings. They were all boxy, and some of them looked like they were made of wood, not stone. Jack saw a lady walking two spaniels that looked a bit like Finn. He leaned over Lucas to see them properly. Lucas shook his head. "Don't go near French dogs," his friend said. "They have rabies, and when they bite you, you can get rabies too, and you die of thirst, frothing at the mouth, and it's the worst way of dying." "Nice," Jack said. "I'll watch out." Jack looked over the aisle at Cassandra. She grinned at him. They'd had a good time together on the ferry. The three of them. Jack had tried to keep Cassandra busy, in case being on the water was bringing back bad memories to her. And the coach drove on, and Jack felt good. He liked being on a coach with his friends from school. Danny and Kofi were in the seats behind them being funny. Yes, Jack missed Finn, but this was nice too. The thing that threw Jack most about France was the roundabout, because everyone was driving on the wrong side of the road, meaning the coach went round the wrong way too. Even though Jack had known this was going to happen, he grabbed onto the side of his seat in astonishment. For a second, he felt like the bus would roll over. But it didn't, of course. Out of the ferry port, the coach accelerated onto a 3-lane motorway, heading towards the area where Jack and his schoolmates were going to spend the next few days visiting places where hundreds of men were killed fighting in the Second World War. Jack sighed and remembered why he wanted to be here. So why was he here? It was a simple question with a simple answer. He was in France so that he wasn't in England, meaning Mum and Dad could talk and Dad could make a decision about Afghanistan. Jack shook his head. He was here and he wasn't here. He was here and he wasn't there. He was apart from his family so that they could be together. He was surrounded by people when he wanted to be alone. He was here to celebrate war, even though he hated war. This was crazy. Now there was another question in his head. It was about the thought he'd just had. Did he hate war? Was that true? Not long ago, he had revelled in playing violent video games with his dad. He'd been thrilled that his dad was about to go and fight in a war himself, proud of him. He had loved soldiers and soldiering and war, but now Jack thought that war was madness. He hated soldiers, especially ones who put dogs in danger, like Emile Courtiel. Jack swallowed back a surge of sadness. He decided to count the time gaps between the road signs. That would stop him thinking. That's the end of chapter 18. Next chapter, now they're in France. They're gonna go and have a really hopefully interesting time in France, going to all the places that I mentioned that they've found out already about in the doing research for the school trip. So hopefully you'll join us tomorrow for chapter 19. And you all right, Finn? I think, I think he's kind of getting used to this, because do you remember at the beginning he was quite jittery and didn't want to sit down and stay, but now he's sort of used to being read to, and he's kind of used to me talking at the phone, and he just sort of takes it, don't you, Finn? Or maybe it's because that chapter I read to Katniss and he was a bit disappointed. We'll never know. Anyway, thank you for listening.